In the last year or so, last couple of years, breathing has become a big deal. There's a lot more books about breathing. A lot more people are championing breath training and improving your breathing as a way to improve your life in a number of ways, as well as improve the way that you move. Part of this is because of things like mindfulness and mental health coming under the spotlight, and studies showing that breath training can be really influential there. Techniques and things have come through, things like Wim Hof, or yoga training that's been popular for a long time is getting more and more popular still, and breathing is an integral part of that. And as well as this, more and more research is being done that is getting people kind of excited. New bits of research are coming through that say, oh, maybe the way that we've been doing things before could be improved on. So today I want to give you 3 things that you can do to improve your breathing straight away that don't take a massive amount of time commitment. They're not going to take too much away from your day as it is at the moment. So number 1 is breathe through your nose. So this is something that when you ask most people, they say breathing through your nose is important, but actually in terms of research, there's still not loads out there. But actually breathing through your nose is the default mode for the majority of animals, and actually the whole nasal cavity is designed so that, first of all, it can warm the air up as it comes into your lungs. Secondly, it's got lots of little cilia and hairs that can trap all of the pollutants, all of the toxins that are trying to make their way in. So it kind of acts as a little bit of a filter. Now, again, most people already agree that this might be not such a great thing, and if you ask most people, they will tell you they already breathe through their nose. When you go and look at it, though, it's not always the case. So while you're paying conscious attention, this is one of the things that's really difficult with breathing, to figure out what you do naturally. As soon as you pay conscious attention to it, of course you're going to do it all the ways that you think are necessary. Once you stop paying attention, though, the story can be very different. So breathing through your nose and just making a conscious effort to pay attention throughout the day, ask, am I breathing nasally or am I breathing through my mouth, is the first thing that you can do to improve your breathing tenfold without any effort whatsoever. So number 2, we've got slow down. So the average rate of breathing for the average human is about 8 to 20 breaths per minute. It's suggested that if you're breathing faster than this, that's too much, there's a problem. If you're slower than this, there is a problem also. Now, that might not be the case. Some new research coming out is actually suggesting that maybe we ought to be breathing between 6 to 10 breaths per minute. So just because the average right now is 8 to 20 doesn't necessarily mean that means it's best. Don't forget that a lot of things that are now average are actually health concerns and problems. So slowing your breathing down to 6 to 10 breaths per minute, it's thought now is going to be really useful. So all you got to do there, if you go for the lower end of this, 6 breaths, it's actually a little bit easier. Set a timer. You're going to inhale for about 5 seconds, exhale for about 5 seconds. Every 10 seconds you should have completed 1 full breath. And if you just do that at various points throughout your day, remember, you won't be able to consciously think about this all the time, but you'll kind of get, if you're finding it really easy, it's a suggestion that maybe your brain's doing what you wanted to do all along. If you find this feels really weird, you might want to increase the amount of times throughout the day that you just do 1 minute, 6 breaths, nice and slow, just to kind of send a message to your brain. This is actually where I'd rather be if possible. And then the third, final thing that you can do to improve your breathing is to pause. So as humans, we kind of have multiple modes of breathing, and they sort of fall into when things are good, when you're relaxed, the sort of rest and digest mode, and then we've got the fight or flight when you're in danger. Now, when you're in danger, your goal is to just get as much oxygen in as possible. So if you don't want to run out of energy when you're in danger. Normally though, if we're in the relaxed rest and digest mode, we should be taking a pause at the top and a pause at the bottom of each breath. So what you can try and do is inhale for, again, if we're going maybe 5 seconds, maybe 4 seconds, you're going to pause for a count of 1, 2, 3, whatever feels like you're comfortably able to do. So that will just feel like holding your breath. Then you're going to exhale, again, for maybe a count of 4, or even if you're new to this, you could exhale for a little bit longer. And then you're going to hold again for a pause. Again, 1, 2, however long feels comfortable. The pause at the bottom is probably going to feel a lot less comfortable than the pause at the top. And what you also may find is if you pause at the bottom for even a little bit too long, you're going to find you want to inhale really, really fast afterwards. So your goal is to be able to get a pause where you can just comfortably inhale at a regular pace afterwards. So there you go. There's 3 things that you can try. My recommendation, pick one of those things for a week. Set a timer on your phone for 30 minutes, 1 hour, and just keep it going off. Every 30 minutes, you take 1 minute of your time to just say, all right, I'm going to focus on nasal breathing. I'm going to focus on 6 breaths in that minute, or I'm going to inhale and pause and hold, and exhale, pause and hold. Do it for the whole week. See how you feel at the end of the week. You may not notice things changing, but if you can keep this up for long enough, the changes should begin to happen. Remember, breathing's kind of so far below your conscious level of awareness, it can be sometimes quite difficult to notice the changes happening. So that's all for now. Let me know if you got any questions or comments about that. Do you try any of these already? Do you try any specific breathing techniques or breathing programs that already incorporate this? I'd love to hear about it. Let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.